all morning. The Fox 61 Morning News starts now.
Right now at 6, we've got breaking news out of North Haven this morning. A firefighter hurt in an overnight fire that's causing some trouble this morning. Plus, a busy travel weekend for many across the country. The latest stats from state police on what happened on the roads and the wrath of a deadly winter storm far from over. Take a look at that. The lingering effects of this storm crossing multiple state lines. 6 o'clock on a Monday. Thank you for choosing the Fox 61 Morning News at 6. I'm Symphony Privet, and we begin with some breaking news out of North Haven this morning. We've learned a firefighter has been hurt in an overnight fire on Quinnipiac Avenue. Let's get straight over to Fox 61's Brooke Griffin with what we know so far this morning. Good morning, Brooke.
Good morning. We are still working to find out more information on this fire. Again, this is on Quinnipiac Avenue here in North Haven, right near the dentist office and the car wash, if you're familiar with the area. Now, we do know that a firefighter has been injured while trying to fight this fire. We don't know the extent of their injuries at this time. We are still waiting to speak with the chief this morning. They have been here on the scene for several hours. Now, the road is blocked off. That is one thing to mention if this is a road that you normally take early in the morning, but they do have, again, Quinnipiac blocked off right at the dentist's office and the car wash, so just scooch over and take a different route for that this morning. Now, we do know that this is a very, very large multi-family home. We do know that some people are displaced, but we're not sure how many at this time. Once we are able to speak with the chief, we are hoping to get more information, find out more about that condition of the firefighter that was injured, as well as trying to figure out how many people were displaced, if there's a cause of this fire. They say that unfortunately this did happen, just a couple of hours after Christmas. They did try to fight it as quickly as possible, but we cannot see the extent of the damage of this fire. It must be in the back of the house in an area that we are not able to see it. It does look like it didn't spread to the front of the house. They cut the power to that house only, so if you do live in this area, that's not something you have to worry about this morning, especially with it being this cold. But as soon as we can get more information from the fire chief here on scene in North Haven, we will get that out to you. Live in North Haven, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61 News.
Alrighty, thank you, Brooke. We'll check back in with you later on this morning. Well, at 6:02, bitter cold holiday weekend. Here we are. We hope you guys were able to stay warm through those frigid temperatures. My goodness. Rolling into Monday morning, still chilly out there. I pulled out my big coat, the big puffy coat today.
Absolutely.
I'm in business.
If you didn't do that this weekend, I am impressed.
Yes.
It was incredibly chilly this weekend too, feeling like 17 degrees is what the actual temperature was, I believe, at Bradley, either Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember which one. I've been off for a couple of days, and it's amazing what you forget and what you don't pay attention to when
well,
you're
I can
off,
tell
right?
you, I remember looking at the app over the weekend, and although it said 17, which is really cold, the feels like it was like -2.
Absolutely.
I said, oh, no, I'm not going outside
That
at all.
was the day for Netflix, right? All right, 6:03 right now. Let's get a check on what it looks like outside this morning. It's mostly clear out there. No major issues are expected today. It is going to be a mostly dry day and actually a mostly dry week to close out the year. You'll notice numbers are anywhere from 3 to about 5 degrees warmer than this time yesterday, but it's still certainly chilly out there. Teens and 20s to start, feeling like the single digits for some folks this morning too. 13 degrees right now in Torrington, 21 in New Haven. It's 20 degrees in Groton, New London, 18 in Bridgeport, and 15 right now in New Milford. Wind gusts not out there this morning. Winds are just around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Noticing temperatures will climb into the mid to upper 20s this afternoon under mostly sunny skies to start, but closer to the evening, that's when we'll increase the cloud coverage overnight, but still thinking another chilly night with overnight lows in the teens and the 20s yet again. Any clouds out there tonight will make way for sunshine tomorrow morning, 36 degrees tomorrow, and we're gradually starting to climb into the 40s and then quite possibly closing out the year in the 50s, but also a round of rain too. We'll detail that out for you coming up in just a bit. It's 6:04. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning to you, Rach. Good morning, everyone. Time to get a check out on the roadways. In the Fox 61 Traffic Center, things are looking pretty good. We do have one road closure over in the town of Salem. This is over on Route 354, Old Colchester Road. It is closed from Forest Drive over to Route 82. I-82, which is Norwich Road. So be mindful of this if you are in this area. At this time, DOT has not really expressed as to why this is closed, but it is a closure, in fact, that is still standing. Hartford drive times, 91, 84, Route 2, all moving smooth as of right now in and out of the capital city. Should not be a problem at all. Taking a live look over in Waterbury, 84 east and westbound coming out of the Mixmaster looking good. Even Fairfield County as of right now, 95. Bridgeport to Fairfield will take you about 5 minutes. Northbound Darien to Westport is looking good, and the Merritt Parkway is moving smoothly as well. We'll check in on the roads coming up in the next half hour. For now, Symphony, back over to you.
Alrighty, thank you, Lauren. Well, some good news on the power outage front this morning. After a storm swept through Connecticut over the weekend, crews have been hard at work to restore power over the last 2 days. Now, they've restored power to over 200,000 homes across the state, United illuminating down to just a handful. Meanwhile, just under 200 customers are still affected. Now, the state's severe cold weather protocol is now in effect. Take a look at your screen here. Anyone in need of a warming center or shelter can dial 211 to find the closest facility near you. It was originally slated to last until noon today, but the governor has extended it through noon tomorrow. And right here in the capital city, an emergency daytime warming center is now open. The Arroyo Recreation Center on Pope Park Drive is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. today. Snacks and a hot lunch will be served. Capital City residents looking for an overnight center can go to 110 Washington Street, which will be open 24 hours a day until the cold weather protocol ends, which is again Tuesday at noon. Talking about the holiday travel, it was busy out on the roads over the weekend. State police have released their holiday weekend stats. Check out your screen here. There were just over 3,000 calls for service with 175 assists. There were 9 arrests for DUIs and 171 crashes. Of those crashes, some of them were serious and 2 of them were deadly. One of the deadly crashes left 3 people dead in West Hartford Christmas morning. How heartbreaking is that? This happened just before 7 a.m. Police say 2 cars crashed on Simsbury Road and 2 people were pronounced dead at the scene, while the 3rd individual was taken to a nearby hospital where they later died. Police are still investigating, and they're asking anyone who may have seen that crash to give them a call. Due to recent driving-related deaths in West Hartford, town officials are now looking to create a task force on traffic and pedestrian safety. Town manager Richard Ledwith says that, quote, "We are constantly studying, evaluating, and improving road safety, and plans are already underway to step those efforts up with the creation of a traffic and pedestrian safety task force," end quote. Now, the second deadly accident over the holiday weekend happened in Danbury Saturday afternoon, where state police say that driver, 20-year-old Jorge Martinez, veered off the road on I-84 West near Ramp 5 and into a nearby embankment where he was later pronounced dead. Anyone who may have details on this crash, contact Troop A. And we also have some developing news out of Clinton this morning, where an on-duty state trooper was involved in a car crash. Details are still limited this morning. This all happened on Library Lane Sunday evening. Connecticut State Police say that the trooper and the other driver were taken to a nearby hospital for their injuries. Back here in the capital city, police investigating 3 weekend shootings. The first near Allen Street at around 1 o'clock Sunday morning. Police found a man in his 30s shot, and he was taken to a nearby hospital. Just 3 hours later on Chadwick Street, police found both a man and a woman with non-fatal gunshot wounds, and a man in his 30s walked into Hartford Hospital around 4:30 that morning with gunshot wounds. At last check, he is in critical condition. Police so far have not said if any of those shootings are connected. And now in Glastonbury, where fire crews, they were hard at work after a home caught fire on Lancaster Road. Take a look here. Some images from that scene over the weekend, where officials say that coal came in Sunday afternoon and it took them about 30 minutes to get the fire under control. Well, thankfully, no one was at home at the time, and fire personnel were able to rescue the family's pets. All right, if you visit the downtown library here, listen to this. The Hartford Public Library's downtown location is going to be closed for at least a week after a pipe burst over the weekend, flooding parts of the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd floor. Library officials say most of the damage was to computer equipment and furniture. It's unclear when that location will be able to open again.